What up, Snitches? I'm the Animaniac, and today my next stop on this Disney movie marathon is the Pound to check out the romance of Lady and the Tramp. Directed once again by Clyde Geronimi, Hamilton Lusk, and Wilfred Jackson, and based on a short story from a 1945 issue of Cosmopolitan called Happy Dan the Cynical Dog, it tells the story of a relationship between a prim and proper dog and a street mutt falling in love and the adventure they have together. The idea for this movie came from story artist Joe Grant when he noticed the antics of his pet English Springer Spaniel when his child was born. He made sketches of his dog and showed them to Walt, who liked them so much he told him to start story development on the film. Joe and a few other artists tried different approaches and Walt liked none of them. That was until he got the idea to include a cynical street dog into the film from a short story in Cosmo after acquiring the rights to it. The crew kept working on the story and retooling the sketches even after Joe Grant left the studio in 1949, until it finally started to come together in 1953. Grant never got credit for his work on the film, so Eric Goldberg aimed to fix that in a behind-the-scenes featurette on the movie's Platinum Edition DVD. The film was released in 1955 to earn a far bigger box office for the company since Snow White, raking in $6.5 million in its first run, and even more when it was re-released multiple times between 1962 and 1968, where its life gross is currently sitting at $187 million. However, critics panned the film at first, saying that the story being presented in CinemaScope drew attention to the animation flaws and thought the story was too sappy for a Disney film. But later on, contemporary critics would declare it a classic and have it featured on several lists by the American Film Institute, and it currently holds a Rotten Tomatoes critical score of 93%. Going back to something the critics said regarding how it looks presented in CinemaScope, it was a form of widescreen exclusive to theaters during that time, exposing the film's visual flaws. Looking at it for this review, it seems like how it was presented didn't have any majorly noticeable effect on the animation, as it is maintained at Disney's usual high standard. But in the world of romance, looks are only a trait meant to draw you in. The characters that the movie is pushing to be together also have to make us want to see them be together. Well, on top of starting off as such a cute little puppy that even I couldn't help but gush over, a lady's changing home situation with her owners having a baby diverting the amount of attention she got at first, a section that does drag on for a while, and the way the babysitter treats her and her Siamese cats pinning the chaos they cause on her does make me feel sorry for her, and it makes me wish for things to get better. And I found Tramp to be pretty cool to watch when he continuously outsmarts the dog catcher and how he's able to con others whether to help Lady or to entertain himself from what I heard from the other dogs in the pound. The way he explains his lifestyle that could also have been Lady's, roaming from town to town, living off the folk they meet, does make it sound very exciting and make me want to see Lady take him up on what life he proposed. When she gave her reason for declining his offer to run off with him, being that her owners just had a baby and she wants to see him grow up, I was like, okay. But now that I'm thinking about it, her home situation during the film, the aunt babysitting while her owners were on a trip, was only a temporary problem that would have sorted itself out if she just waited. And I found it confusing when the movie kept going with Lady being mad at Tramp for fooling around with other girls before her. This was another point where I experienced disconnect with a film because of the time it came out. Maybe someone having more than one partner was scandalous back then, but nowadays, I can't speak for everybody, but I wouldn't want to deal with an attitude like that, even if we were having a good time. Unlike this movie, with not only the two dogs ending up together, but having their own litter of puppies. So, I liked seeing these two together having fun, but I didn't want to see these two end up together. Lady and the Tramp looked beautiful, and I enjoyed the title characters enjoying each other's company in the second part of the film. But yeah, I couldn't see them as a serious couple. This was acceptable. Do you guys think the romance between Tramp and Lady holds up? Comment below. If you guys want to stay updated on future videos and see some cool artwork, be sure to follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Tumblr, and DeviantArt, and be sure to subscribe to my backup channel over on BitChute. The links are in the description. And if you want to be the first to know when a new video will be up, ring that bell after you subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.